Linda-Barcz from the Bruce Cut is taking your plant and garden questions at 270-9933. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
I'm good, enjoying the sunshine.
Yes, absolutely. Not the snow. Oh, you like snow, so I guess in time. Let's get to the calls. We'll start with Mary Joan from Madison. Hi, Mary Joan. What's your question?
I have white stuff, pure white, on top of the soil in my house plants, and I'm wondering what this is.
It's a buildup of salts from the water that you're doing, because when you water the plant, typically you have a saucer, the net water is reabsorbed, and the salt sits at the top. So you can take a spoon and scrape that off, actually, or if you don't like to do that, some people just periodically to take the container of the plant is in and water it very thoroughly and let that water drain through. That will flush the salts out.
Okay. Let's go to Sue now in Verona. Hi, Sue. What's your question?
Hi, I have an Amaryllis, and I've had it it's going on 3 years, and I put it outside this summer, and it grew like unbelievable. So there's a lot of other leaves budding out of the main bulb. Can I get it to flower again?
Oh, that sounds really good. You've just rebuilt that bulb. Now you have to let that rest. So hopefully you've dug that up, clean off the
Yep.
soil from the roots, cut the tops back, and then let it rest for 6-8 weeks, and then repot it in fresh potting soil in not too big of a pot, about an inch on either side, and leave the top 2 inches exposed, and you should have a nice flower.
But there's all kinds of pieces coming out the side. Do I take those off too?
Oh, those are little babies. Yeah, if you're trying to get the biggest possible flower, then you eliminate those, because otherwise those are trying to develop into new plants.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Let's go to Rita now in Madison. Hi, Rita. What's your question?
Hi, Mark and Linda.
Hi.
I have a Shamrock plant, and I just love it. But it's quit blooming now, and I want to save it over the winter. What do I do?
Well, I've heard different things about shamrocks. Typically what you should do is, that's another plant that you let rest. You stop watering it and put it in a cool room, and then you, as soon as you start to see a little bit of growth again, or sometimes people wait a couple of months and then start it when they get closer to spring, and start watering it again, and then it regrows and will flower for you. But you will have to fertilize at that point.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks for calling. Let's go to Bonnie in Stoughton. Hi, Bonnie. What's your question?
Hi, we brought house plants in from outside, and now we've got gnats. Is there a spray we can use?
Gnats. Well, maybe what it might be that the soil was too moist, and you can use a soil soap drench, but you have to be careful. Some plants don't like that. They don't like that
what?
soil.
I didn't hear you.
What I would suggest is let the soil get very dry inside. Those gnats are blooming because the soil is moist, and you brought it inside, so it'll easily dry out quickly, and then the gnats should disappear or dissipate.
Okay. Let's go to Sue in Mauston. Hi, Sue. What's your question? Sue, go ahead.
Hi. I'm trying to find out. I have some plants that we planted this spring, and my sister came up and told me that they're a snowball, she called them, and said that those are to be cut down.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a hydrangea. A lot of people call Annabelle hydrangea snowball. But the trick is that there's so many new hydrangeas, some of them you don't prune back in the fall. Like there's a whole group of macrophyllus that they actually flower on old wood if we don't have too hard of a winter. And so those you don't prune back to the ground.
Okay, depends on what kind it is. All right,
Yeah.
we're out of time. Linda, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for calling in.